live now. We're early. We can give people a couple minutes to.
So will I not be able to see the chat then?
I'm gonna pull in a computer where you'll have complete access to chat. Oops.
There you go.
There you go. And
Let's see. Good morning. Good morning. We're early, so I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes before I start. Can you hear all right? If there's anybody here.
And once we get this set up, I think you can get started.
Yes. Oh, good. You can hear me. Good. Thank you.
I think it's easier that way because then the phone's just following you because it's on the phone's microphone.
Oh, okay.
YouTube Studio. Content. Live. Let's watch this. Let's watch that. All right. Let's get you plugged in. And this will show you exactly what you're doing.
Yeah. The phone, should that be plugged in? Perfect. Thank you.
Oh, what just happened? This is why you don't. What? There we go. And let me sneak this into a power cord somewhere over there.
Ooh, I don't know if it'll reach.
Oh, maybe we'll go straight like that way.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
And then
I'll just have to be careful and not run over it.
Is that easier for you to see?
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect. All right. Enjoy.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Gonna wait a couple more minutes. How's everybody this morning? It's cold here in Reno. Well, I think we can get started, huh? Just a couple minutes early. All right, welcome everybody, welcome. So today we're doing the Thanksgiving. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Kimberbell pillow panel. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use the background quilting for this with the clear blue tiles, just like we've done all the other ones. We're going to use the 8x14 and the 6x14, and those seem to fit perfect because we've cut our background to 14.5 by 14.5, and the directions say to put SF101 on the back, but I like to put a fusible fleece. It's thin, it's not real thick, but it gives it a little bit of depth when you're doing the quilting, and I kind of like that. You can see it a little bit more, and I like that depth that the fleece gives it. It's just your standard fusible fleece. It's really thin. Okay, so now we're going to mark these up. Now I'm using the Kimberbell water-soluble pen. And, you know, I've heard a lot of horror stories about how this never comes off. And I was in a situation where I couldn't use iron-on because I had to iron it after I marked everything up. So I'm like, well, I'm going to try this pen and see what happens. And what I found is that it comes off fine. If you use enough water, you really you really have to saturate it to get it to come off, and then it doesn't come back. Just like with the friction pen, if it gets cold again, it comes back. It shows up again, and you have to iron it and get it to go away again. And I kind of don't like that about the friction pen. But this here, I mean, once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't come back, as far as I can tell. So I think the trick with this is that you just get it really saturated, and we'll do it. I'll show you when we're ready to get these marks off. I'll show you how I do that. And it seems to be working fine. I've done a few of these. So I'm going to line this up just kind of a little bit off the edge a little bit. Make sure that this one doesn't go off the edge, and then I'm just going to mark it. And I don't mark it a whole lot. I just mark it a little. And I don't need to write the size in here because I'm only using 2 sizes and I can remember. But I do need to mark the side here, and the side here, and the side up here. And that's all I really need to mark, because I'm only using 2 tiles, and I'm not going up or down. Okay, so I think we're done with that one. And now we'll line this one up. Did I mark the top? I guess I didn't, huh? Okay. So I'm going to mark this one. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's background quilting and we're going to be kind of cutting this down. And I don't need to mark anything over here because I'm not using another tile over there. So that's really all. But I am going to put a T up here because I'm going to want to know where the top is eventually. That's going to be important. Okay. Okay. So now I think we're ready to go over to the machine. Now normally what I've done in the past is I have used the template or the grid guide that comes with your hoop, and I've lined it up that way, but I kind of found a simpler way to do it, and because, you know, we don't have to be super precise, it works with this project, and, you know, maybe some other simpler projects. I have to watch out for this cord here, so I'll be moving around a little bit. Okay, let me move you over to the machine. And I already have my USB in, and I already have all my needed designs in here, and I'm going to do the 8x14 first. Okay, and I'm going to embroidery. I've got my, I'm just using a light cream. I'm not doing anything fancy with color or anything. Variegated I thought would be really pretty for this background, but I'm just using cream. And so when I push embroidery, this comes up here, and I can get the little laser dot on there. And that's how I'm going to line up my background. Okay. So I'll show you how I do that. And I'm just going to kind of, well, what I can do is I can just push in with my hand. I just kind of make a little crease at the top, a little crease with my fingers at the bottom. Okay, got a little crease there. You can see it. I can see it. And I want the top first. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to line this up just like that. Okay, a little. So can you see what I'm doing here? Just kind of lining up that dot. Well, they don't have the dot, they have the little. I am using the 9.5 by 14. And this is the size you use throughout this whole pillow panel if you're doing 12 by 12. If you're doing the 9 by 9, then I think you use 8 by 12. But this will be 3 different hoopings. And it'll all be in the 9 by 14. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that looks pretty good, huh? And I'm going to put some tape on there. We'll see how this goes. I just thought it might be a little easier than it worked at home. We'll see if it works here. You know how that goes. Everything's fine until you're live. Just put a little tape. Not a whole lot. I don't need a whole lot. some on the top here. I can get in there. Okay. All right, let's see what happens, huh? It looks pretty good. All right, then we're just gonna press. I didn't even look to see what kind of bobbin I had in here. Maybe I should. Oh, I don't have any. Look at that. I don't think. Nope. So one thing I didn't check. See, this one's full. All right. There we go. Okay. Let's look again, make sure I didn't do anything funky. Oh, that looks pretty good. Okay. I think we're good to go. Let's see what happens. Let me know if the machine is too loud, because I guess I'm using the microphone on the phone. So let me know how that sounds, if everything's okay. How has everybody been? It's been a minute, huh? Since we did the Halloween one. It's my favorite time of year. Cold weather and football. My tape around here. That just wants to do that, doesn't it? I'm gonna leave my tape. I don't think I really need it anymore. Everybody starting on their Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh. cute background. Little squirrels, pumpkins. Let's give thanks. I just think it's so pretty. Thanksgiving placemats would look really cute with this. to that edge. There now. All right. Done with that half. Let's maybe back over here. Okay. Take tape off. Set this aside. Get rid of this excess stabilizer here. Okay, and we'll get ready for hooping number 2. Move it over as far as I can. I'm gonna have to use these big pieces. Try to salvage what I can and use it like in a 5x7 or 6x10. Okay, as tight as I can. All right, we're gonna do the same thing. Move you over. Try not to get sick. Okay. We're gonna bring up the 6x14 now. Now this one, I'm going to line it up. But I'm going to want to see. Just going to make sure. Let's see. Let's do our projector. There we go. I'm going to go up here. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Look good there. Let's go down. Yeah, we're not overlapping or anything like that. Can you guys kind of see how that's showing me where it's all going to hit? Let's go down a little further. Let's see where this... Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I don't think we're... I think that's pretty good. Let's go over here. Yeah. Can you guys see that? Oh, there. You can kind of see it there. I'm just moving to making sure that I'm not like overlapping because I'm just kind of laying it here. I'm using the little target thing, but I just want to make sure that I'm not going to overlap. I know you probably can't see the quilting. Let's see if I can get you. Yeah, see, you can kind of see it. Kind of see it there. Anyway, I think we're good. Otherwise, I would, I could use the keys to move it around or get it angled just right. But I think we're good. So yeah, I think that's a lot easier than for these little projects. I think it'll work just fine. And off we go. What do you think? Does anybody else do it like that? I'm getting a little hooked on these clear blue tiles. I use them for everything now. I just quilt everything. Except for anything bigger than a baby blanket. I'll pay somebody. But a baby blanket and smaller, placemats, table toppers, table runners, those kind of things. I like to quilt myself. And this makes it, clear blue tiles makes it pretty darn easy to do. cheating on your Bernina. You mean because you're watching on a Luminaire? You know, at home I have a Solaris, so I'm cheating on my Solaris, I guess. Is anybody thinking about getting a new machine coming out? Oh my goodness. I'm just wondering, do I really need a hoop that big? But then, you know, they'll come out with all kinds of designs that will only fit that ginormous, crazy big hoop. And then you'll have the FOMO. I don't know. I'm trying to put it in my head that I don't need that. I don't need that. Oh yeah, a giant magnetic hoop, right? I have the 10 by 10, which is really nice. Oh, and I also have, but I got the dime, the really big one, the 11 by 16. And I use that when I do my quilting, you know, like baby blankets, or when I'm not using stabilizer, when I'm quilting, then I use the magnetic hoops. And it really makes it easy lining it up. You know, I was looking at, they have that dime designs and machine embroidery. They have that laser thing that puts the X on the hoop as you're hooping it, which I'm thinking that would be amazing. So I'm thinking about getting that and trying it, because when I'm not using stabilizer and it's not this small of a project, when it's a bigger project, then that would really make a difference. Because I don't hoop at the machine, I hoop somewhere else. So I hoop it and then I get it in the machine and then I realize, oh, I'm way off. And then, you know, I gotta go hoop it again. So I'm thinking about getting that. It's a laser that would be at your hooping station. Does anybody have that or use that? Bernina doesn't have the laser. You know, they have the ones that would like tape underneath here somewhere. You could turn on. I don't know. Invent it. You'll make a million. Oh. I know they always come out with something, right? Something on the new machines that you're like, darn it, I need that. Okay, we are done with the quilting. Moving you over. Don't get sick. There we go. So it's on my cords now. Had to plug in the phone. Sorry about that. All right. Down. Let's get rid of this, some of the stabilizer. All right. Okay. Oh, did I put that on my... I wonder if I did. I did not. Okay. So I don't know how many of you know this, but Kimberbell on their website has a it's a free design. It's just an X that stitches out right in the middle of your stabilizer. And I have it on my machine at home, but I didn't put it on my USB, darn it. So I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. But normally I would embroider that X out into the middle of my hoop on the machine, and then I would fold like this, and I would fold like this, and then the X would be like here, and then I would line it up with the X, and then I would just unfold it, and it would be centered in my hoop, which is very handy. I suggest you go and get that. It's a free file. You just go to the free stuff on their website and download it. I use it all the time. But I have it on my machine in the memory. I didn't put it on my USB that I brought here. I think that should be a design that they put on all the machines, don't you? This, they have all these designs. I think mine came with like 800 designs or something. Can one of them just be the bullseye in the middle of your hoop? That would be handy. Okay. All right, since I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way, let's see. I don't see the grid for these hoops back here. Well, let's see if we can just do it, huh? Let's see, how can we figure this out? We can, let's see, let's just, goes to the center. Let's find the center of our okay. We're just going to mark the center, right? Where's my pen? Here it is. Okay, there's that. And then we'll do this. And then I'm just going to put a little dot there, right? That should be our center right there. Okay. I'll bring it over here. I'm going to have to break my neck on these cords. I'm going to swing you around. Oops. Okay. Go. So here's my little mark. Boy, we're winging it today, huh? Embroidery. I'm going to get my Thanksgiving design. I'm going to set. I'm going to embroider it, and then my little laser. Right there. And, you know, since we are going to trim this when we're done, we don't have to be super precise. So I'm pretty sure this will be fine. So if you can see, I'm just lining it up with that dot I made in the center. And I should be good. I should be good. I have the top at the top. All right, let's taper. Let's put a little tape on the bottom and on the top, I think. Okay, here we go. All right. All right, what is the first thing we're doing? We're doing the thanks. So we're going to change our color. And the color I'm using for the thanks is Exquisite 253. It's this color here. Matches. This is the color we're going to be using for the letters, and this will be outlining it. So it's just a little darker. Pretty pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. We're done with this color. Yeah, I think it is pretty. It's the one I did on the first one. Of course, you know, I've made, I don't know, how many have I made? 4. So with each one, I'm like, oh, this color would be better. This color would be better. Or maybe I should have done this. So they're all just a tiny bit different. But I think I've done this one on all 4, this color that I'm using now. All right. Okay. Here we go. You had no idea, Kat, that they had that free download? I actually have quite a few free downloads. Also, I think Dime Designs and Machine Embroidery, their website, they have a bunch of free ones too, and they got some cute ones. They come out with a new free one like every Thursday, I think. And once a month, I think even one of the freebies is like a project. A free project, a whole project, you know, like I think one time it was a pot holder and you know, so yeah, check it out. Lots of free things to play with. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Now we're going to tack that down. I don't tape or anything. Feel free. Feel free to tape. Use spray. I'm living on the edge. Perfect, great. Yeah, I use that Target all the time. I think she even has a video, Kim from Kimberbell. She has a video out on how she uses it. All right. I'm going to cut all these letters out. Here we go. Okay. Oops. Oops, there we go. You got to get kind of close on these letters, and it's not the easiest thing to do on these curves because it's not a satin stitch that goes around these. It's a, I don't know, they call it the Kimberbell stitch, but it looks like little asterisks, little. So got to get kind of close and try not to cut the material underneath. That's why these are nice, because they have that, they curve up a little bit. So it's a little harder to, but you could still do it. Ask me how I know. You can still cut that background.
I got fabric when I was in Oregon. Did you really? Oh, I would have. You always have. How do you get this? Not this year. Really? Yeah. I'm working on Christmas actually. Christmas so awesome. And 6 more times. You were good. And then you have I have to do the costume. I'm doing bass costumes right now. Bass dancers. Oh, this will be the Do you have any idea where the meat is? Just turn on the other side. Is it on that side? Well, this I need to. I don't even know what that is, and I don't. Is it sticking in the file there? I don't even know what that. No, that's just. I'm not here. You know what?
It is the candle. Yeah, it looks just like the candle wicking. Yes, exactly, it does. And it covers pretty well, but not like a satin stitch.
so awful. She's a black cat anyway, so it doesn't matter, right?
Okay. There we go. Then you can kind of see where you missed a little bit here and there. Actually did pretty good. Okay. Now we're going to go back and I think we're going to do the giving. Okay, moving you over. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we got to change our color because we're doing the giving now. Yeah. And with the giving in this color, I am using Exquisite 213.
Now that you've been here so long, we're like, we neglect you.
That's
We don't
okay.
even check on you or anything.
That's
Are you
okay.
good?
I'm good. You know me. I'll
We
come
used
out
to be
there.
like, oh, good to see you. Okay.
Say
now
hi,
we're like,
Jeannie.
"Okay, we'll see ya."
Let me get out of my own way here. There we go. Sorry, I keep bumping you. Okay. So I have the 213 color in. And it's going to tell me where to lay my fabric. Is anybody else making this today, or have you already made it, or? They're fun. They are fun, Kat. I suggest it. And, you know, get the pillow and the pillow form and, you know, it's all done. And then you just switch them out. And you can even do, like some have done, you can find some in-betweeners, you know, when you don't have a holiday. You could just do a pretty spring floral on this and with some pretty quilting and make your own. I mean, there's so much you can do once you have the directions and it comes with the file to put in the buttonholes and I know. I know. Oh, Veterans Day. See, yeah, there are some holidays that they don't have on here. I didn't they even have like a Canadian, but they didn't have veterans. That's a good idea. We'll have a son in the Marines, son-in-law in the Marines, and I'm sure I could find a really pretty, their little anchor and globe and their little symbol. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I can't imagine having my house destroyed. I live where there are fires, and I'll take fire over wind any day. Wind is scary. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. But in the end, it's just stuff, right? It's just stuff. I just pray they have insurance and they're not too financially devastated. That's got to be rough. I know with the fires, they came really close to our house a couple of years ago. Like, I could hear the roar and feel the heat from my front porch of the fire. And I had to run around and take pictures of everything for insurance. And then, of course, our insurance, goes way up, and they don't even insure people for fire, new people anymore. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that what they're for? I mean, your insurance, you're taking that chance. But it's like they don't want to take any chances. I think I had a friend who her house burnt down and it took her years. I mean, I think they're just starting to rebuild now. It's crazy. I feel for all those people. I would move. I'm sorry, I would move. I don't want to do that anymore. Wind scares me. High winds scare me. I don't like it. We get a lot at our house. We'll get up to, 80, 90 miles an hour at our house sometimes. And that's just too much. I can't imagine anything more than that. Okay. All right, let's cut around these. Yeah, we had a reporter at our house during these fires, and he was kind of like interviewing us, just kind of hanging out. And he's like, "Are you ready to jet out of here?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Everything I need is in my car." And I'm just going to scoop up my animals and get the heck out. I said, everything else can go. I don't care. And you know, and I don't want any firefighter like getting hurt or risking his life to save my crap. Just let it go. I can get new stuff, you know. It's inconvenient, but I couldn't live with myself if like somebody got hurt trying to save stuff, my stuff. It's like just let it go. That fire burnt over 1,000,000 acres or something. That was pretty big. One of my neighbors, a bear came into his yard and just collapsed. And his little paws were all burnt. And he had pictures of giving him water and he called UC Davis, which is a hospital by Sacramento out here in California. And they have a veterinary school, you know. And they came and got the bear. Okay. Now we're doing the satin stitch around the giving. Bring you over. Yeah, it's funny, during those fires, that's what I worried about most were the animals. You know, we have a lot of forest around us, and I'm like, where are they all gonna go? Turns out they all come down to the houses where we are looking for food. We had a bear rummaging in our backyard one night. And we had bobcat just eat all the rabbits in our yard and squirrels. And that's okay. They need to eat too. Well, hi, puppy. Come here. Come here. Hi, you looking for something to chew on? Oh, and she's off. She just comes in and checks on me. Poppy is Jeannie and Patrick's dog, in case you don't know. She's a little Australian Shepherd. She's adorable. I guess they are like cattle dogs, herding dogs, so she's probably just checking on everybody every now and again. Looks like it's just going to miss every one of my, I thought it might cover up some of this. But it looks like it's just missing it all.
just sent him a note. I'm curious.
Okay. Now it's going to do a couple of little leaves. If you don't have one of these in your sewing room, you really, it's a good idea. There for all my OCDers. Do I have any in here that these little these little strings are driving them crazy? They're driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to leave the same color in the book. It shows it as the same color on step 6. Same color as step 5. So, and I like that color, so do a couple of leaves in that color. Yeah. Yes, that's what matters, Joanne. No one got hurt. And I don't know. Kind of wish my garage would burn down. I don't even know what's in there anymore. My garage is just full of stuff from when we moved there 20 some years ago. We moved from a really, really big house to a really small house. And so we had a lot of stuff just in boxes in the garage, and they're still there. I'm not even sure what's in there anymore. Okay, now we're going to do the decorative stitch around the thanks. Change our color. We're going to go back to this color, which is the Exquisite 253. And we're off. Yeah, so it's kind of like a pretty little stitch. Yeah, fire's not fun, Joanne. I know a friend of mine, she had a fire, I think the house next door or close to her burnt down. And, but there was so much smoke in her house that it ruined pretty much everything. I mean, your house doesn't even have to burn down for everything to be ruined, you know? It's crazy. All of her clothes, they just had that, you just can't get that smell out of anything. Yeah, they do. Those dogs are working dogs. They have to have a chore. And you gotta run that out of them, you know, you gotta run that restlessness out of them. They're pretty dogs though. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I need to bring dog treats when I come. I keep forgetting. I'm gonna throw some in my purse so I have them. She's a sweet dog. But they are busy. They're busy dogs. My dogs are, I have lazy dogs. Those are the kind of dogs I like. I have a little Chihuahua who's, I don't know, I think he's got to be 12 or 13 by now. I think we got him when he was like 7. But I don't think they were sure how old he was. And then I have a little teddy bear dog. She's a half Shih Tzu and half Dijon, Friesian, or however you say those. And they're just lap dogs. It's more my speed. And I have a kitty. I have one kitty. She hates everybody. She's very mean. And she's been that way since she was a kitten. You can't pick her up. You can't pet her. She's like, leave me alone. Alright, we're going to do a leaf and we're going to use the same color. Alright, moving right along. This color's next. A couple of more leaves. This is Exquisite 950. It's pretty kind of sagey green. All right. Well, we're moving right along. We're on step 9 of 14. We're almost done. Got the heavy lifting out of the way with all the satin stitching and decorative stitching. 63. This one up. Going to do some little details on the leaves, like little veins on the leaves. And it wants a honey color. I chose this one. Kind of a golden. This is Exquisite 620. Pretty color. But you know, the leaves have such fun digitizing. You could leave this off if you didn't want to do it. The leaves are really pretty all by themselves. Okay. Kind of little detail on there. Step 11 is the stems for the pumpkins. They want a dark brown, so I'm using this one. It is Exquisite 859. It's a dark brown. Okay. Not bounce you too much, okay? Okay, now we're going to do the pumpkins, and I struggled with the color for the pumpkins because they're not orange. They're white. They're kind of a, you've seen white pumpkins before. They call for a cream color, but our background is so creamy that, I kind of wanted to be able to see them, but so today I'm using, I think on all four that I've made, I've done different color creams. And today I'm trying this one, which is an isochord, and it's colors 660. And I think that'll be creamy enough to where I can see the pumpkins. Because they are cute pumpkins and I want to see them. And Kimberbell doesn't give you color choices anymore. They just say the cream, brown, red. They just give you, they don't give you specifics. So you gotta figure it out. Oh yeah, I think we can be able to see that. Yeah, I like that color a lot. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. Those of you who have made this, what color did you use on the pumpkins? I'd be curious to know. Got the two squirrels. For the squirrels, I'm doing this, it's kind of almost like a purpley brown. It's a really pretty color. This is a glide. I'm all over the place with thread. This is a glide thread and it's called pewter. But it's like a, I don't know, I just really like it. Like a purpley brown, pretty. Try and get it. Oops. Hold on. There we go. I threaded that right. Okay, got it. Okay. There's our little squirrels. Okay, I'm just going to keep the same color. And my little squirrels are going to be twins. We are done.
Oh my God.
Oh, impeccable timing there, Michelle. Say hi to Michelle.
Hi, ladies and gents, if there's any gents.
All right, we are done. Now, I'll bring you over here. This panel and the Easter panel are different when you're cutting them. You have to make this 12.5 by 12.5 square. So first, let's get it out of here. put our hoop away. Take off all of this stabilizer. And I'll show you how I get rid of that marker. I'll throw it on the floor for now. Okay. That's what the back looks like. It's pretty good. Nice stitch, huh? That's what you're looking for in the stitch. Okay. This is water. And I'll use a little washcloth. So I'm going to saturate it. I'm going to put a lot of water on that. You can see. And then I'm just going to dab it up. And there, you can't see it. It's all gone. And it doesn't come back. Look at that. Now these that are close to the stitching, I might take because you got to get it so wet. I don't want to just squirt this and maybe have the color run. I don't know. But I would take a paintbrush and some water and just get it really wet, just like I did that one. And there, it's gone. I was so afraid to use it for so long because everywhere I looked, they said that would never come out. They couldn't get it out. And so I took a chance and it worked. Okay. So now we're gonna get out our orange pop ruler. We got the 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, with every other one, you just mark 3/4 of an inch down here, line up the bottom of the ruler, center this, and make some marks and do some cuts. But this one's completely different. This one and the Easter one. So get our marker again. And sorry, I got in the way there. So you're going to mark 3/4 of an inch from the bottom of this, from the bottom of these letters, or the lowest point, whichever that is. So there's 3/4. I'm going to make a mark there. I'm going to do the same thing at the top. Top of the T and the top of the G. 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to put my 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to put the bottom of the ruler lined up with that mark. Okay. And I'm also going to center it. Now, it's hard to see on these things, but there's a little arrow. If you have these, you'll see the little arrow right there, and that's the center. Okay, and you can mark the center here so we know what we're doing. Just so we don't, just approximate. Make a little mark. Hold that in half, make a little mark. Okay. So now we know that's the center. So we're going to line up the bottom of our ruler with our 3/4 inch mark. And I just kind of eyeball it. I mean, you can get another ruler and you can do this little number. That actually looks pretty good. There's that. Okay, we can mark it up like that. Okay, so that's pretty good. So now we're gonna mark our corners. Just our corners. Okay. Mark all the corners. Okay. And actually, yeah, you really only needed to do the sides. Well, I'll show you. Okay. It's very confusing. Because if you read the directions on how to do the Happy Easter and the Thanksgiving panel, it says in here, center the ruler vertically and horizontally over the letters instead. If that means something to you, please fill me in, because I had no idea what that really meant. But this is what I figured out. So just like normal, on the sides, you're going to go out an inch, and that's following the regular directions for every panel. You go out an inch from those marked lines that you did on the corners, and you cut. I'm going to move you up a little bit because I need to get in there. So I'm lined up the inch on my lines that I made with the orange pop ruler, and I cut. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. 1 inch out. 1 inch out from my mark. And there we go. Now for these, you're going to cut on the 3/4 inch line. You're going to ignore these corner markings, and you're just going to cut. Now, because I know my sides are straight, I'm going to line up my ruler there. I'm going to line up my ruler here with my 3/4 inch, and that should line up nice and straight there, and that looks really good. So I'm just going to cut. And I'm ignoring those lines that I made on the corners, because if you look over here, the orange pop ruler came all the way. I'm not going to cut. Even if I did an inch, I would just be very at the top. So you ignore these now. When you're doing the top and the bottom, you ignore these. And we're going to do our 3/4 inch mark. We're going to line up there. I'm going to line up here. And I'm going to line up there. And I look really straight there. And I'm going to cut. Okay? And that should be, let's see, that should be 12 and a half. We're at 12. Well, let me flip this over, you can see it better. We're at 12 and a half. 12 and a half that way. Let's see if we're 12 and a half this way. 12 and a half. There it is. Ha, we did it. Isn't it cute? Yes, 12 and a half inch ruler would be awesome. If you have one of those, and you can just lay it on there and cut around it. That would be great. But if you're trying to follow these directions and you don't have a 12 and a half inch ruler, square ruler, then hopefully I made that clear as mud. And you can do it without one. But yeah, so we're all done, ladies. I'm not going to do the backing, but you would just lay that on there, sew around it, leave a hole, turn it out, and then you would put in your 4 corners. And that's in the other videos. If you want to see that, that's in the other videos. And I really appreciate you guys joining me today. Yeah, it's not only another way, Lynn, it's a better way. It's a lot easier. And I suggest if you're going to do all of these and even make extras, pretty panels for the pillow, I would invest in that ruler. And there's so many other uses for it too that it would be well worth the cost of that ruler. And make your life a lot easier because, yeah, it can get really confusing. And then when you're all done and you cut it wrong, oh my God, how sad would you be? Very sad, because I've done it. You'd be very sad. You would actually shed a tear. But yeah, 12.5-inch ruler. If you're going to make all of these, I suggest you invest in one. Oh, she's got one back here. Let's see. So what you would do, if I can get the ruler off of this hanger thing, is you would just lay it on there. Just lay it on there, square it up, go down the middle. You'd be able to find the middle pretty easy because, and then you would just cut around it. How much simpler is that? So much simpler. Hi, Cindy West. How are you? Oh, yes, please rewatch. That would be awesome. Thank you. We had fun. It was fun. It's a cute. Oh, let me give you a sneak peek to the Christmas one. I have that one done. What do you think of that? Isn't that cute? This is like leather. It's the faux leather. Little presents down here with the gold and the snowflake. Isn't that cute? And the background quilting. It says Christmas and it has snowflakes, little Christmas trees. Isn't that cute? There's the back. And this one I'll remember the X in the middle so I can show you how to do that. I'll make a note. I apologize. I really wanted to show you guys that. Isn't it cute? Yeah, we're going to do this real soon, probably next few weeks. Early December, we want to get that done, right? And then this is you have the file. In case you've never made one of these, you have a file that came with all these designs that you do that all in the hoop. And then you pin it to your pillow and it looks adorable anywhere in your house. How wonderful is that? Okay, you guys, you take care and we'll see you in a few weeks. Everybody stay safe out there and warm. It's starting to get cold. Oh, you're very welcome, Kat. I enjoy it. It's so much fun. Love talking to you guys. You guys are awesome. Give her a thumbs up for the channel, for the A1 channel. Show Patrick and Jeannie some love. And you guys take care. I'm gonna try and figure out how to stop this. I don't know what I'm doing, so who knows what will happen. Let's see. I wonder if there's an X in the corner. Do you think I just hit the X? Do you think that's what I do? I'm going to try it right now, okay? All right, if it works. I have this one coming up, Cindy. This one coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm going to talk to her today about maybe doing something else, like maybe some OESD or some other Kimberbell stuff, or yeah. I'm gonna try and horn my way into some other things to do. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm gonna tap this X, see what happens. If this is it, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye bye. It says, "Are you sure?" And I'm gonna say